and warm, and have all your props handy for the class after. And you can sit or you can lie down. We're going to do a spring meditation, so make sure you're comfortable, either lying down or seated. Make sure you're warm. Find your position, and then you can close your eyes and start to just become aware of your body. This might be the first time today that you are still in a position and taking the time to just have a little check-in, noticing how your body's feeling here, but also how your mind is and how your heart is. Whatever day you've had, let that sit in the past, and whatever's coming up after, let that be in the future. How are you right now in this moment? Notice your breath, how it comes in and out of your nose. We're not trying to change it. We're not trying to judge how we are today and how our breath is. It's about creating an awareness, putting our focus and our attention onto ourselves for a moment. And then picture your perfect spring day. What is spring for you? What comes to mind? Maybe it's the warm sunshine on your skin, the first flowers that are popping up in the garden, or the green and yellow colors. Whatever it may be for you, imagine the perfect spring day for you and how that makes you feel, what you notice in your body, in your mind, and in your heart. How does it make you feel? And then imagine you are sitting outside somewhere, your favorite spot. It's warm enough for you not to wear a jacket. You're facing the sun, and you're feeling the warmth of your sun, or you're feeling the warmth of the sun on your face, on your chest, You close your eyes and you just take a few deep breaths here. Let the sunshine warm your skin, absorb the energy, the vitamin D, and let that warm sunlight spread all over your body to every single cell in your body. It's like you're breathing in that sunlight, that warmth. And then notice what you're smelling. How does spring smell like for you? Maybe you smell fresh cut grass, or the flowers, the wind. Breathing in the spring, not just the warmth of the sunlight and the light, also the smells. What are your favorite things about spring? What are you looking forward to? What activities? Maybe what people you might be seeing, what you're doing, how you're feeling. Just really think about that and let that have an effect on how you're feeling in your body, in your mind, in your heart right now. The more we can go into details with our imagination, the more pictures our brain will create, and it won't know if it's real or imagined. And that's the power of imagination. And you can use the power of imagination on days that may be still a little bit grey and you're missing the sun, or you're feeling a little bit low in energy physically or even emotionally, having a bit of a lower day. Imagining the sun and the energy and the warmth of the sun, the spring, all the positive emotions that come with spring and the flowers and the smells and the activities that you're looking forward to. That can give you a little boost, a little lift. And if you're lying down, start to slowly make your way up to sitting. Take your time. You can keep your eyes closed if you like. Then just find a comfortable position. If you've been seated or sitting, feel free to adjust your position. We're going to try and keep our eyes closed for a little bit longer. And we're going to go into a twist. So I'm bringing my right hand behind. My left hand is here somewhere on my leg. And I'm twisting and I'm staying in the twist for a few breaths, trying to stay with that awareness, with that focus on spring and how it makes you feel. And then take one more deep breath here. We slowly release. Again, keep the eyes closed if you can, and you just switch. You bring your right hand behind, left hand somewhere on the leg, and we hold the twist. Try to relax the thighs and the legs. One more breath. And then slowly return back into the middle. Take another few breaths here. Just notice your body, your mind, and your heart again. How are you feeling now? And then we're slowly going to open our eyes, and we're going to start with a bit of movement. You can stay in your seated position, or you can change it to something different or more comfortable. You can hold onto the legs or the floor, and you just gently start to circle around. If you're feeling the pelvis or the Sit bones on the ground. You can feel how you're shifting your weight more forwards on your pelvis, more to one side, more back, other side, and around it goes. Take your awareness down into your pelvis. And we go the other way. Same thing, circling around. Allow those legs and pelvis to be really relaxed and heavy on the ground. And then pause in the middle. Now we're going to put the right hand on the floor and we just lift over and go for a nice side stretch. You can change your legs anytime. Switch to cross or go to a more comfortable position. And we just go side to side, trying to keep both bum cheeks glued onto the floor so you're not lifting the bum cheeks up as you go left and right. This should open up a bit at the side of the body, mobilizes the spine, stretches out the muscles around the sides. And then we're going to add a little bit on. So I'm going to go over to the side, but then I take this arm and I reach it forwards like I want to place it in front of me down. And then I lift it up, I take it a little bit behind. And again, I bring it up and over and a little bit down. And then back. Let's do 2 more here. It's like you're drawing a big semicircle. And as the arm goes forward, this gives you a bit more stretch into the back of the body as you're rounding a little bit. And then back into the middle and up and over. We switch. Feel free to switch to cross if you've been sitting in the same cross. Again, we go over, both bum cheeks on the floor. We take this arm a little bit forwards. And then we lift and we go back. And again. Two more here. And then one. And again, slowly back into the middle. And then just roll your shoulders a few times. You can stretch out the legs if you've still got them crossed. Maybe give them a little shake. And then you can circle your ankles a few times. In both directions. And then you can pull one in and one down. Flex and point. That's it. Think of sitting nice and tall wherever you are. Good. And then we keep the legs fairly straight, but they can be a little bit more apart. They can be more hip width or together. You can choose. And we're going to fold a little bit forwards. Now, if it feels very strong or very tight, you can put something under the knees. So you have a little support. You could put like a roller or rolled up towel. Or you could put something on top of the legs to kind of bring the legs up towards you to rest. You could also support your head. It is a forward fold, but nice and relaxed. And we are going to hold this for a few minutes here to make sure you're comfortable. You're stretching a little bit into the back of the legs, but also into your back muscles. Feel free to close your eyes again. And this time take your awareness to the back of the body. Back, spine, the back muscles, over into the sacrum, the bump cheeks, and all the way down the legs to your feet. We are halfway. Adapt the position if needed. Make it stronger, back off a little. Remember, we want to be able to relax into the stretch and not fight it. And then take one more deep breath here. And we slowly start to come back up. Again, you might want to shake your legs a little. And then we're going to fold them into a butterfly. So you have the soles of the feet together and the knees out. And here, choose what feels good. For some of you, it might feel better to have the heels closer in or further away. And again, we're going a little bit forwards. Same here. I can put something onto my legs to have my arms. I could support my head. If I have lots of things, I could put something under my knees to support them. Again, we're holding this position for 3 minutes here. We're thinking of opening more the inner thighs. And we have on the inner legs, we have our yin meridians that run. And the one connected with the spring is the liver meridian, which starts here on the big toe, runs around the big toe and the ankle, and then inner legs all the way very close to the pubic bones, and then up on the chest, out into the rib cage. And the liver in Chinese medicine stores the blood, is responsible for the smooth flow of blood and qi, and therefore also our emotions, our lymph, everything that's flowing or should be flowing in our body. The liver is responsible for it, or it is its job. In women, it's also an important part of menstruation, of pregnancy, because it's connected with the blood. It opens into the eyes, so our eyes are connected with the liver, so any issues with our eyes. anger, resentment, frustration. These are the emotions connected or linked with the liver. And the liver is the planner. It likes to plan, it likes to be organized, and it's the driver. It likes to get things done. And the liver is the yin organ of spring. The yang organ is the gallbladder. I'll come to that later. It's very important to keep that smooth flow of liver qi, as we call it in Chinese medicine, because if it gets stuck or it stagnates, that can create pain, that can create discomfort, especially in the tendons and the ligaments. Again, it can create some frustration and anger in us. And if we link it a little bit more with the Western medicine, we can also kind of translate it as our nervous system. If we're very nervy or the sympathetic nervous system is very reactive, we can say we're a little bit livery. When we're relaxed and calm, then it's soothed. Take 2 more breaths here. And then we're slowly bringing ourselves back up. You can place your hands gently behind you, separate the legs wider and just rock them in and out. Or you do it lying down if it's not good to have the weight on the arms. Good. And then we're going to keep those legs over to the right. And I'm going to just adjust a little bit so you can see me. So I've got the right leg in front and the other one tucked behind. And you can adapt it. You can sit on a little pillow. You can put things under the knees. You can have it a bit more in, wherever you can. We are going to go over to the right. I'm going to have the hand here and then bring the other one around. Again, this might look more like this if it's not good on your foot or your knee or your hips. Or we might go down onto the elbows, or we could use something to bring the floor up towards us. So we want to get into a twist again to the spine, and we want to open our hips and thighs. Take your time to find your position and then relax into it. And then take one more deep breath here. And slowly we're coming back up. And then you take that front leg and you can stretch it out to the front. And then you can take this back leg and bring it across. And we twist towards this left side. Now, if your knees feel fine, you can, of course, keep this one tucked under. So you were here, and you're just bringing this one over. You can also slide something under the bum. So now the stretch will go more here into the outer hips and the bum. We're sitting tall, and then we're twisting a little bit to that left side. That's it. And here, when we target more the outer legs and so the waist, we are reaching the gallbladder channel, which starts here on the corner of your eye, and it zigzags over the head and then travels in a zigzag down the side of the body, over the bump cheeks, down the outer legs, all the way down to your fourth toe. And that's the yang partner to the liver. So these two together are the organs connected with the spring. And the gallbladder loves twisting because it's on the side, so it combines, so it connects off the front and the back of the body. And twisting, rotation movements are very good for our gallbladder. The gallbladder helps the liver in the digestion, so it produces the bile. Again, when we're feeling stuck, it can affect our digestion. We can feel stuck in life. We can feel stuck in our body. Again, movement, especially twisting, can be very helpful. Emotionally, it's linked with decision taking or making. So if you're finding it hard to make or take decisions, that's as we look at it, an gallbladder imbalance. And even if you don't have your gallbladder anymore, you still have the meridian and it still has its effect on the body. Try to really let the pelvis and the bump cheeks be nice and heavy. So grounding into the floor so you can relax into those muscles. And then take one more deep breath here. And slowly return back into the middle. Untangle the legs. And again, maybe give them a little shake or a little brush down. Whirl them around. And we'll do the same on the other side. So I'm going to fold the legs back again. This one can be in front. It can be a little bit more tucked under. You can support the knee. We're rotating away. I put one hand, the other hand. So I might be here, or I might bring the floor up closer to me, or maybe I can go down onto the forearms, wherever it feels good for you. You want to feel a bit of a hip opener, a thigh stretch, but also a nice twist. And then take one more deep breath here. And slowly, slowly start to bring yourself back up to sitting. And again, first of all, stretch out your front leg. And then the back leg, you can bring that over. And then you can adjust so you want to have both bump cheeks on the ground. You want to twist towards that right leg. And if all feels good in the hips and knees, maybe you can tuck the bottom one under too, but just check how that feels. Both bump cheeks firmly on the ground. Think of sitting tall in the spine, and we add that twist again. And relax your legs, your thighs. So your right hand would go behind. Okay. Joanne, other leg. Unless you did the other one. No, okay. If you did the other leg before, then you twist that way. Yeah, good. That's it. Check your face, facial muscles are relaxed, your jaw is relaxed. And then take one more deep breath. And again, we slowly, slowly release. Untangle the legs. You might want to give them a little shake. Maybe brush them again. Good, and then we're going to come onto our backs. So turn around, either go sideways down or use your hands to help you. And first of all, just hug your legs in and rock a little bit left and right, or circular motion to give your back a little release. Have your balls and pillows and things close by. And then you're going to cup your knees and you're going to try to circle the thigh bones. If you can't reach the knees, you can just do it without the help of the hands. But you're drawing little individual circles, so you're mobilizing a little bit into the hip joints. Like the liver meridian goes through that hip joint. So again, here we're opening or focusing on activating this. And then go the other way. Good. And then just stretch the legs out for a moment, give them a little shake. Then we're going to bend the legs again. Arms out to the side. Try and take your right leg over the left, similar to what we've just been in. So it's like you're sitting cross-legged. So you try and close the gap. So it's not the number 4. You try to close so there's no, that's it, no gap. And then you can lift the legs a little bit up, and maybe the feet just stay sort of next to each other, or maybe you can hook this right foot under and do like a double bind. This just kind of depends on your foot and ankle. And then you're going to, again, knees are fairly close to your chest. You're going to rock a little bit left and right. Go slowly, you don't have to go far. You just rock a little bit the legs left and right. Your arms are out to the side. So again, we're twisting our spine, we're moving. Spring is all about movement and growth and a lot of upward, outward motion. If you observe nature, you see that everything is sprouting out of the earth and growing and reaching up towards the sun. So again, this is the time to get things moving in our bodies and in our lives again after a little bit of a hopefully calmer, hibernating winter where we restore the energy, where we relax a little bit more, we're more indoors. And then next time those legs are over on the right, you're going to pause. So you have your right leg on top of the left and your legs are on the right. So basically your right leg kind of anchors down that left, and you should feel a bit of a stretch over the left bump cheek here and then the nice twist. If it doesn't feel good with the legs crossed, you just put them next to each other or on top of each other, how we normally do it in our twist. This arm here can be supported, your left arm, if it doesn't feel good to be in the air. Again, we're going to stay here for a few breaths or for a few minutes. Allow your body to be really heavy. With every breath, think of your legs sinking into and through the floor, your pelvis, your spine, your arms and upper back, shoulders are getting heavy, and your head and skull as well. Take one more deep breath here. Then slowly release. You can bring the legs in. Again, in between, maybe you want to just stretch out the legs, give them a little shake, or up to the ceiling, or hug them in. Just take the rebound that works for you. Take a few breaths here. And then we're going to bend our legs back in. We're going to cross the left one over the right. Again, no gap. Think of like you're sitting cross-legged. And then you lift the legs a little bit up, the knees, so not number 4, really cross it over. Maybe you hook the bottom foot under, maybe the feet are just sort of next to each other. And then again, we start arms out to the side. We just rock left and right a few times, gently moving in and out of that twist. You can activate a little bit your abdominals, your core muscles. If you have your arms reach out to the side, you might feel a stretch into the chest. And then next time your legs are on the left, you're going to stay there. So you allow those legs to go all the way onto the left. You might need to adjust the position a little bit. Usually if your thighs are slightly below the belly button, you get more of that stretchy on the outer thigh into the bum. And then the right arm again can reach back. You might need to put something under the arm. That's it. Try to let the legs be nice and heavy. Arm, the ribs. And you're just letting your body sink into the floor. And then take another deep breath. And again, we slowly release. And you can just stretch out the legs or huck them in. Take a rebound here again. And windshield wipers is another one. Few breaths here to just relax after this deep twist. And then from here, we're going to need either a pillow or a roller or a ball. We're going to place it under our sacrum. You just want to raise the pelvis a little bit for a stretch in our hips. So first of all, just find the position, really allow the weight of the pelvis to be on the pillow or the ball or the roller. Feet, legs are bent up, feet are relaxed. And just try and put the weight of your pelvis into the floor. So you're not holding, you're not tightening anything. And then we slowly draw the right leg up towards the chest. You can hold underneath or over the thigh. You might need to adjust a little bit the position of your prop. And you keep your left leg bent to start with, and you just draw that right leg in as close as far as it comes. And this will tuck your pelvis a little bit under more. So we should feel this pelvic tilt. My left foot is firmly on the floor, and maybe I feel a little length or a little opening here into the left leg. Might not be a very strong sensation, but we are going to stay here for a few breaths. This relaxes the deeper layers of the hip flexors. So sometimes it's not a big sensation, but it is working deeper inside. And we are halfway, so you choose whether you want to stay here for the second part, or if you would like to stretch out the left leg a little, making sure that this tucked position stays so I don't start to arch my back. So I want to keep my right leg where it is, and I just glide my left a little bit out. It might be a little bit straight or fully straight. It might not be touching the floor anymore. So wherever it works or feels good for you, we stay for a little bit longer. And then take one more deep breath here. Start to bend that left leg in if you did take it out. Release the right leg and just place them next to each other. You can be here, or you can put the soles of the feet together, allow the knees to go a little bit out for a few breaths, or any other rebound that feels good. Good, and then we do the same on the other side. So you bring the legs back into parallel. Again, allow the pelvis to be heavy on the pillow or the ball, and then bend your left leg in. And then you catch it with your arms, with your hands, and as you draw that leg closer towards you, you should feel your pelvis tuck under. And then first half, we keep the right leg bent, and then you can stretch it out if it feels good. And we're approaching half time again. You can keep the exact same position, or you could try to just stretch the right leg a little without the left knee changing or the pelvis changing much. It will feel a bit different. Choose what feels good for you today. And then take one more deep breath here. And slowly we can again draw that leg in, the right leg, release the left. Just have both feet on the floor, or maybe open the knees out to the side. You can come off the pillow anytime. Just take another little moment here. And then use your feet to help you lift up your pelvis. Take the ball away, release, and again, maybe a little shake of the legs or hugging them in. And then you can choose for the last position whether you just want to lie flat on the ground or legs up on the wall, or you put your ball, your pillow on the upper back, and you finish with a nice chest extension. Make sure your head is supported, so you don't want your head hanging in the air. Legs can be straight, or again, butterfly. I will let you know after about 2 minutes. If you then choose to come off the ball, off the extension and just lie flat, you've got that option. And you can imagine that warm sun again, right above you, shining onto your face. Notice the warmth on the skin. Maybe you notice a little smile on your face when you think of the sun and the warmth. And just allow that golden yellow light to come in and onto your skin and into the body, traveling to every little cell in your body, bringing some light, some energy, some positivity, that spring energy of growth and hope and activity, movement. So now we're in our last few minutes. If you prefer to come off the ball and just lie on the back, now would be the time. And you can focus back on your breath, the body sensations. You can run from the top of the head all the way down to the feet and back up, just noticing your body, the sensation. Maybe there's some warmth, some tingling, might be cooler areas. Staying very present with our own being, with our breath, with our physical being, with our mind and our hearts. And then slowly start to wiggle your fingers and toes. Maybe you want to circle your ankles and wrists, or go for a full body stretch. Gently, carefully come off your pillow or your ball. And then you can hug your knees into the chest one last time. And then let them roll over to one side. Take a moment here. And when you feel ready, you can slowly, slowly bring yourself up to any sitting position that's comfortable for you. It doesn't have to be my position. And then just roll the shoulders back a few times. And then we're going to take a deep breath in. We're going to reach up and imagine you drawing in whatever you need for today and the rest of the week or until we see each other last. Maybe drawing in that sunlight and that warmth. Breathing in. Maybe some energy, some positive thoughts or positivity. Maybe some calmness. One more. And then bring one hand to your chest, your heart, one to your tummy. And that's it for tonight. Thank you for joining me.